Well, hello, mamas. Jessica Coulter here. We are wrapping up our series all about that phrase our teens say, I don't want to. We've talked about goals, we've talked about real world examples, we've talked about the why behind I don't want to. And today we're focusing on mental health, we're focusing on self care. Because sometimes when our teens say, I don't want to, that's really all they mean because sometimes they're just tired. Sometimes they just need a break. And mamas, I know you've been there. I know I've been there. And our teens, we got to let them be there too. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to stick with me. If this is something that, yeah, you totally know your teen needs a break, you've been there, done that, you are all for your teen promoting mental health, be sure to hit that like button and join my group too, because there's a link in the description for my Facebook group. I would love to have you join us after the video. But we're talking about this idea of self care. And I gotta tell you, mamas, your teen, might just say, yeah, I need a break. Yeah, I need a self care day. I need to take care of myself. I need a break. Brain hurts. Our teens like to say all sorts of things. Some of our teens definitely are worse at coming up with excuses than others. Some teens have the exact opposite problem, and they work and they work and they do too much all the time, whether it's too many activities, whether it's too much homework every night. They're stressing themselves out, pushing themselves harder than anyone expects them to. So, two very different extremes. So, mamas, no matter what kind of teen you have at home, completely understand, have helped lots of students, middle school, high school, college, on both extremes. Whether it's your kiddo pushing himself, whether it's your kid needing the pushing, whatever's going on can definitely help. And do you know, mamas, I know that it makes it harder to really decide and really interpret when your teen says, I don't want to. Okay. The thing I will tell you here, as we're talking about self care, as we're talking about mental health, is this. It's kind of up to you, mamas, to know your teens. If you know your teen isn't acting like he normally is, like if she just really seems off, or something is different about your teen's personality, mood, that means something's going on. And I really hope that connection between you and your teen is there so that way your teen feels comfortable sharing with you what's going on. Okay? Because I got to tell you, mamas, I know you want to fix. I know you want to say, hey, tell me how I can help. Hey, what's wrong with you? And there are things that are good to say, some things that are going to cause that door to be shut. So definitely do know it's a delicate balance, okay? But if your teen says, hey, I really just could use a break today, and your teen's never said that before, or your teen's been really working really hard, there's been, finals, there's been big projects, there's big presentations, whatever, life events, definitely, mamas, sometimes giving your teen grace is what they need, just like you need it. Okay. Sometimes you just have to take a breath, take a pause for your sake and your teens. So definitely thank you so much for watching here on Facebook, on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, be sure to follow. I am Jessica Coulter, the CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring and Study with Jessie. We'll be talking about teens, about learning, about study tips on this channel, on this page. So I hope to see you here often. I also want to know what you think about our phrase of the week, our topic of the week, our teens saying, I don't want to. Because I gotta tell you, we just scratched the surface of this particular phrase. We also, really just scratched the surface on this idea of mental health, on this idea of self care. Because one of the final thoughts I want to leave you with is this: we do get to the point where we're not being effective, like where we're not being productive. We are literally doing the work, doing the motions. So our teens, might be sitting down for 3-4 hours to do homework, and yet we stop learning. We stop getting what we need to get out of whatever it is that we're doing. And so your teens really do need to learn how to build in those breaks, to really build up those time management skills. So there is time for the 4 or 5 assignments, for the huge project that's going to take a couple days. And also eat dinner, get some sleep, have time to hang out with friends, and have some fun, and have some time to shut off the brain, to, take a pause and be mindful, to be healthy mentally, physically, emotionally, all of the ways. Okay. So definitely, mamas, thanks so much for watching. Have an awesome night, good weekend, and we'll see you next week for another series. If you've got some ideas, I want to hear them down below. And even better, remember to join my Facebook group called Teaching Teens to Love Learning, because there are some awesome content, some awesome interviews only available to my group members. And even better, if you're part of the group, you know all about my upcoming webinar, all about my upcoming summit. If not, click the link, answer those pre-join questions, and join us. So thanks so much for learning about self-care and mental health today. We'll see you next week here on YouTube and on Facebook. Bye, mamas.